And it says we are live. It's Thursday night. I'm here. You're beautiful. That must mean it's time for GotBot Goes live. I, of course, am your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, a.k.a. GotBot. Let me just try and turn that light a little bit. I, of course, am your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, a.k.a. GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share. Of course, subscribe. And while you are at it, light them up, baby. Hit the notification bell. It helps me out a ton, and it lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that is in the description down below. Also in the description down below. And if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Patreon. You can see what we have to offer to you through spring. I actually got to do some updates on some stuff there. And of course, you can hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. I do have a couple of things up and coming for channel members and patrons that I just have not had the time to get to. Fall here is insane for us. For whatever reason, fall always gets way out of hand. Way out of hand. Like, I've been steady going to the point, like, I haven't eaten yet today since 5 a.m. this morning. That's how busy this day has been. But we have things we need to talk about. So I'm going to worry about the other stuff after the fact. Hope we're all doing good. Hope you guys are having a tremendous week. We, of course, are going to talk about the reveals from MCM London. We're going to talk about Pulsecon. We're going to talk about DNA design. We're going to talk about some concept art. We're going to talk about Deathsaurus and a few other things. A little bit of Beast Wars thrown in there as well. We'll do the trivia. We'll do the unboxing. And then we're going to get out of here. Let me just get everything here sort of set up here. I'll do that. Bear with me here a few moments, guys. Okay. Hey, Waspinator. Hey, Blue. Hey, Big M. Hey, Timmy. Hey, Dragonfly. Hey, Tens. Hey, Marcus. Hey, Joel. 1 hour earlier, thanks to the time that changed last weekend in Europe. It's only 11 there now. Our time changes this Saturday. This Saturday is when our time changes and goes back. Hasn't happened yet. I'm stoked for Deathsaurus. I won one in a Facebook raffle for free. What? Wow. Wild. Pre-comment trivia. There are 32 what? I don't know if I can read your trivia, Blue, because I don't know what you're saying. Hold on here. I had to go in closer here because I wanted to see what he's saying. Hold on. Let me make sure here. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Pre-comment trivia. There are 32 what? Is it A, Transformer movie premiere? B, Tony Todd, the Fallen Dreadwing birthday? C, Cookie Day? D, B, and C. I don't know what 32 what? I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean. What? There are 32 what? I don't know. If somebody knows, I guess they could answer him, but I don't understand the question. I'm not a fan of this positivity that you are showing. As a result, you are bringing the room up, and I am not comfortable. I mean, I'm not positive. It's been a day. It has been a day, but I'm trying to stay high energy because honestly, if I don't, I'm going to fall asleep right here. I'm going on 5-hour sleep. It's insane, right in the membrane. The options are clear. The options are clear, but I don't understand your question. There are 32 what? I don't understand what that means. I need the question clarified, please. Yeah, Anthony's confused too. We don't get the question, Blue. Your choices are fine, but I don't understand the question. There are 32, or what was it? There are 32 what? Is that what it was? Pre-comment trivia, there are 32 what? Is it a Transformer movie premiere? 32 Transformer movie premieres? Is that what you mean? B, Tony Todd the Fallen Dreadwing birthday? I don't know who that guy is. Is that the Well, I do know who that guy is, but like I wouldn't have just from the words. C, Cookie Day. I don't know what Cookie Day is. D, B, and C. I don't know. I don't know because I don't know. In 32 what? Days, weeks, months, years. Sorry, Blue, I'm not following you. I don't understand your question at all. I'm not following. If somebody is, please somebody explain to me because I don't get it. Sorry. Let's go on though with the news, and hopefully it'll get clarified. Maybe it's just me and my old man brain not understanding stuff, but I we all know, Blue. I rarely understand your sentences. I don't know what you're saying most of the time. I could only imagine how a conversation, like an actual face to face conversation, would go with us. I feel like we wouldn't get anywhere because I would be too confused. Okay, I'll give it. It's 32 days today for B and C. 32. I don't know what that means. What do you mean it's 32 days today? I don't know what that means. Is it a countdown to something? Is it a countdown to someone's birthday and whatever this cookie day is? Is that what you mean by 32 days? Is it a countdown? Because I don't know. Transformers 84 unused cover art by Guido Guidi was shown. I like the Shockwave one best because I think it's the cleanest. I don't like the black helmet on Megatron. The Starscream had like a blue head and yellow eyes. Like they look very like toy accurate, and it's not for me. You know me. I'm a cartoon guy, so I think that's why I like the Shockwave best because at least it's kind of the closest to cartoon, at least for me. We're gonna go back to that. Let's go all the way over here and get this out of the way. DNA Design, they showed off their DK47, which is their upgrade kit for the core class Volcanicus, which for whatever reason people seem to love. Go figure. It gives him, or gives them, I should say, new swords and blasters for all of the dinobots. Cool. It gives new torso pieces and wings for Grimlock. It gives a new combiner pelvis, new combiner feet, and for Swoop and Scar, it gives new like forearms and hands. So it really sort of bulks him up a fair bit, and two big combiner swords. They're very much obviously trying to adapt what they can from the larger Volcanicus that we got in Power of the Primes and see like, okay, what sort of design aspects from that can we incorporate into this kit for the core class offerings? It's not a bad strategy, to be honest with you. I'm not in for that Volcanicus. I don't think Dinobots should combine. I think a lot of people will probably hold out for a Monstructor of some sort. I just think it's too small for me, but that's just me. I might think differently if I like needed a Monstructor, you know what I mean, or a Dino King. If I needed that, I might think differently. Hallmark Optimus Prime ornament out, not the Optimus Primal keepsake that I reviewed, but an Optimus Prime ornament. It was seen out of box and hanging on a hook at Target in the US. It was also seen in box, oddly, at Walmart. I don't know why the different packaging, but it's the same one. It's very much an evergreen, kind of Cyberverse-ish version of Optimus, a little bit of Earth spark thrown in there. Like it's a bit of a mishmash, hodgepodge put together. It's obviously Optimus. I'm going to say it is very heavily the evergreen design. The paint on the face leaves something to be desired. However, it's only $10 US, right? Like it's not an expensive ornament for your Christmas tree at all. And the pose is very similar to the pose that last year's Hallmark keepsake ornament had, which was Optimus Prime. It was like a animation accurate version of Optimus Prime. It was all right. It was pretty close, except for the two black Autobot symbols on the shoulders. Wasn't a fan of that. However, this is very much that sort of a pose. So I don't know. I don't hate it. It's okay, I guess. Let's talk about this, shall we? let's talk about this. Transformers Deluxe, Studio Series Deluxe Transformers 6 Bundle 1, Studio Series 86, and Transformers 6 Bundle 1 with the product codes D3411 and D3422. Studio Series 86 Deluxe Bundle D3413. D3413. Studio Series Deluxe TF2 Bundle D3414. Studio Series Deluxe TF6 Bundle, which I guess would be the Bumblebee movie, D3415. Studio Series 86 Deluxe and TF6 Bundle 2, D3416. Studio Series Deluxe TF5 Bundle, which would be The Last Night, D3415. Legacy Evolution Deluxe Bundle 1. I find it very interesting that it's EV, it's Evolution. Legacy Evolution Deluxe Bundle 1, D3418. Legacy Evolution Deluxe Bundle 2, D3419. Legacy Evolution Deluxe Bundle 3, D3420. Bundle 4, Bundle 5, and Bundle 6. All Legacy Evolution, D3421, D3422, D3423. I have no idea what these bundles are. A lot of people are figuring they're multi-packs, but the prices are $24.97 US. So $25 US, which I believe is the going price for just the deluxe. Some have speculated, such as tformers.com, that perhaps these will be a couple of core class offerings put together as a deluxe value. I suppose it could be. I'm wondering if this is some sort of like a generic term they're using, like capsule, right? Because they always talk about their capsules. Maybe the term capsule has now been changed to bundle. I don't know. For that price, I struggle to see this as multi-packs. I find it very strange that with some of the Studio Series ones, we happen to have like 86 and then movie 6, or 86 and movie 5, or something like that. It's a weird mix to have. What will these be? I don't know at this point, but there's a lot of those listings across Studio Series, Legacy Evolution, and I guess the different, I guess I should say Studio Series 86, Studio Series for the movies, and Legacy Evolution. It's a weird set of listings. Keep your ears peeled. I'm kind of glad that I think JT Prime 17 also found these. So we have these now. And I don't know any more than he does. And I hope usually he gets a lot of this information. So hopefully he'll find something soon. If I hear anything, I'll certainly let you guys know. Deathsaurus, Haslab Deathsaurus. So it's funny, it was just yesterday that I was thinking, man, it's been a long time since we had an update to that Deathsaurus. I don't remember the last time I'd done a victory vlog for patrons and channel members. And I said, you know what? Not that any of the build-up or any of the updates that they've given process have really wowed me. It's just the same stuff that we've sort of seen before. Now, that doesn't mean it's not cool to see, but it's not wowing me. It's funny that I thought about this yesterday, because until yesterday when it crossed my mind, I had completely forgotten about Deathsaurus and that, oh yeah, we're getting to the point now. It's well into the fall. We should be getting close to when that guy's going to ship. And lo and behold, the update we got yesterday is exactly that. The email's going out to backers saying, hey, verify your address so that we make sure we ship it to the right place. You got to have that done by the 24th of November. I'm not sure what time of the day, midnight, I guess. I don't know. 12 noon. I don't know. But I know it's the 24th of November. So I would imagine that sometime after the 24th, that last week of November, we will probably start to see those guys roll out then. Through December, I guess we'll get them. I'm okay with that because I used family money that was given to me last Christmas to pay for Deathsaurus for this Christmas. So little did some of my family members who gave me money realize that really they've already started their Christmas shopping for this year when they gave me the money last year. And by the way, Star Saver was the same thing. Technically, I didn't pay for that. the money that was given to me as Christmas gifts from various family members in 2021 is what I used to fund the Star Saber. So I don't know. We'll see. Big M probably is going to give it the biggest props. I think it was Big M who said that he won his. Cool. I mean, lucky for you, dude. Can't imagine. Like I've never won anything. I don't win. I'm not the guy. I'm not the winner guy. I don't win things. But you know what? Bless you. Now that's a lie. I can't say I don't win things. I've won a couple of things. Our buddy Matt from Transformers Talk Raw. I mean, I won one of his giveaways, right? So I think that's the only thing I've ever won. Think. Not sure. It's not many. I can certainly count it on one hand. I digress. We saw reactivate Optimus Prime. You know what? It's okay. It's all right. I saw it and was surprised. First of all, I was surprised to see it. I mean, we've seen the Starscream and the Bumblebee. We know that there's an Optimus Prime Soundwave 2-pack. I assume this is the Optimus from that 2-pack. I think it looks okay. When I first saw it, I immediately said to myself, that seems very IDW-ish. Then I looked at it more and I said, it is IDW-ish, but it also feels like it has some of the evergreen design elements in there, certainly around the chest a bit. And then I said, you know what? The legs, the shape and the look of the legs reminds me a lot of the classics Optimus Prime. I think I like it. I think I like the bulky truck. It looks very similar to the Siege if you cut the eyebrows off and just have the Siege cab. It looks like a big, hefty cab. The only kind of gripe that I have about it, and it's minor, real minor, I feel like his biceps are a little thinner than they should be, or maybe his shoulders are a little bigger than they should be. There's something about the proportions of the bicep and the shoulder that doesn't strike right with me. And I do miss his yellow lights, I guess, on his pelvis. But if this is what the game looks like, cool. I tell you what I do very much like about it. It doesn't seem to have that weird, like the weird black parts like Starscream has. Like he has like a black wing and then one of his shoulders is black because I guess he's cobbled together with bits and pieces. And I think Bumblebee has some of those black pieces as well. Optimus doesn't seem to. He seems fairly clean. So I actually like that. I don't think it's the Optimus for me, but I have a feeling it's going to be a really good Optimus. And based on the renders we saw of Reactivate, man, it looks pretty darn close to what we saw in those renders for the video game. It looks like it's going to be pretty darn game accurate. Not perfect, but really respectably close. Really respectably close. But yeah, it's a little Earthrise in there, a little Earthspark, a little IDW, a little Evergreen, a little Cyberverse, you know, a splash of the Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime in there. I think I like the Reactivate one better than the Rise of the Beast one. Make of that what you will. New Age showed off a couple of variants on their Legends scale Wheeljack. Namely, they showed off exhaust with the exhaust, you know, the exhaust head and those orange and is it orange? Well, it's usually red, but a lot of times it becomes orange and white motif. We also now have that one in the slicer motif or shattered glass Wheeljack, if you prefer, or shattered glass slicer, maybe. That kind of blue, red, blackish color scheme where his faceplate, I think, and his ears, I think, are gold. We got a shattered glass version of that slicer color scheme. Now, New Age is giving it to us. So, cool, I guess. Hey, do you like music? Earthspark original score. So if you like the music of season 1, the original score is going to be available for you to purchase on November the 10th. Yes, mark your calendars. If you're a music fan, you can get the Earthspark original score on November the 10th. Not necessarily a bad thing. You know, I mean, my wife actually tonight, Starscream wife, has actually gone with our friend Joe, who I've said this before, made an appearance on the very first GotBot Goes live. The two of them tonight are actually gone to this Taylor Swift like dance party, sing along, karaoke dance thing. I don't know what it is. It's a Taylor Swift dance thing. And I'm not a fan of. I respect her success, but I'm not a fan of her music at all. Not even a little bit. So my wife actually won the tickets on the radio. And ironically, talking about like, I guess, things that help your relationship and whatnot. And when she was on the radio, they were like, "Hey, are you going to take your husband with you?" And she was like, "Oh God, no, he hates Taylor Swift. I'm going to take someone who's a fan." And you know what? I agree with that. So I dropped her off. I scooted back here to come on with you guys, and I'll have to go back and pick her up later. TFCon Baltimore, November 1st to the 3rd. I mean, we know now that LA is going to be in March. We know that Toronto is going to be in July, and we know Baltimore will be in October. So like this time next year, people will be deep into TFCon Baltimore. What else do we have here? Studio Series Bumblebee Concept Megatron. I mean, cool. I like the silver. I like the red. But at the end of the day, isn't that really just kind of this? You know, it's not the same mold. I get it. But this turns into a plane. That's going to turn into a plane. This turns into a tank. That's going to turn into a tank. This has the grays and the reds and the blacks, you know, generally in the right location. That has the grays, the reds, and the blacks generally in the right location. A Megatron-ish head, but a little bit stylized. Same thing with that. A Megatron-ish head, a little bit stylized. And a fusion cannon that's big, that's effective, that looks cool, but is certainly a bit stylized. Same thing. A fusion cannon that's big, looks cool, but certainly stylized. I don't hate this. Honestly, I think it's going to be popular. I think it's going to sell well. I think it is the way Megatron always should have looked in the movies. Had that been the way he looked from the very beginning, I think a lot of people, much like with Optimus Prime, would have said, okay, you know what? At least it embodies the character, you know? Like, if Optimus had looked like he did in the Bumblebee movie, right from the beginning, and Megatron had looked like the way he looks in this concept art Megatron, right from the beginning, I think people would have been a lot happier. I know I would have been a lot happier, personally. But, you know, it is what it is, right? Sam Smith said in one of those like behind the scenes comparison things, said that he was split between a plane alt mode and a tank alt mode. So he went with the triple changer route. Not a bad idea. He said that this may be the most articulated transformer he has ever worked on. Huge claim. Huge claim. It'll be very interesting to see just how articulated this Megatron is and how solid he is. It's one thing to have the articulation, but it got to work smoothly too. He said also that the fusion cannon can fold up and go stored on his back, I think in a couple of locations. That's a cool feature. And while the fusion cannon on Megatron is most definitely his tank turret, honestly, I think it kind of works. I think it's okay. Maybe the top part up here is a little big compared to the rest of the cannon piece down here, but I think it looks pretty good. I support this Megatron. I think it looks really good. Make of that what you will. I think it's a leader class price point, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, he's going to be an expensive one. But if you're really in for a Bumblebee Megatron, this is the way to go. I mean, we've sort of seen that front on render before, because if you've ever watched the Bumblebee movie, there's that whole cutscene where we see that, in fact, Megatron was in the, trapped in the dam all along, which is exactly what's supposed to happen since, spoiler, this is supposed to be a prequel to the original movie. And I know a lot of people say, no, that can't be, blah, 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 blah. Sure it can. We don't know. Even now with Rise of the Beast out, we have no idea what happened between 94 and 2007. It's 13 years, man. I know that in Transformers time, everything's millions of years. But in us people time, human time, Earth time, 13 years, man. It's 13 years. A lot can happen. Just saying. The Takara Tomy Beast Wars 2-pack with Cheetor and Waspinator. So, Waspinator first. There are pictures of that Waspinator. Is it worth the double dip? I've done a very close inspection of the regular Kingdom Waspinator. Thanks, Ultra Megatronus, for sending this my way, by the way. And that one. And here's what I can say. The only difference is that instead of purple wings and purple eyes, that one has, I think, more appropriate blue. blue wings, translucent blue wings, translucent blue eyes, and translucent blue eyes on Waspinator. All of the paint is exactly the same except for the thigh. The thighs on this guy are molded in yellow, and they have some black line detail on the outside. The new one is molded in green, and the yellow and black are paint detail added on. The part that's supposed to be green is the inner thigh right here. I mean, if you own this one and you're okay with the purple and you really miss the green here, I don't know, get a green and paint it green yourself. I don't think the Waspinator is the big draw of that one because I think the Kingdom one is just fine. Then we get to Cheetor. Now, this was my Netflix Cheetor. My regular one just crumbled to bits. 3 spots. It was not good. So I wanted to compare what I did to the Takara one. The Takara one does have, I feel like this is a shimmery blue. I feel like the Takara one doesn't have as good of a blue. This whole blade piece on the Takara one is painted silver. His head crest, though I painted it gold, they painted it gold. His biceps, I painted mine gold. They left theirs yellow. The forearms, I painted mine gold. They painted theirs gold. The elbow joint should be blue. They just left it. It's not painted. The blue here on the front of the leg that I painted on, really good match there too. That's already painted on, and in here on the inside of the leg is also painted blue. No gold down on the toes. I think it's the best Cheetor that we've gotten. I mean, this mold isn't good. It's really not good. But if you're going to have it, then I think the Takara one might be the way to go. Or do all the custom work that I did to make them look right. The only other thing that I think the Takara is missing is it doesn't have black claws in cat mode, and I don't know if the inside of the mouth is painted. I painted the teeth and the tongue of this guy as well. So I don't know. Oh, and I do like the orange eyes on that one. This one has the green eyes, but you know what? I like the orange eyes too. I'm cool with that. It's a cool set, but if you're going to get it, you got to be getting it to get the Cheetor, I think. I don't think the Waspinator is worth it. Make of that what you will. Oh, by the way, they both come with collector cards now. Who knew? Who knew? Oh, I'm such a doofus. I am such a goof. I'm going to do you know what? I'm going to check with you guys. Then we'll do the stuff coming out of MCM London and trivia and our unboxing. You know what? I'm going to do trivia now. Let's do trivia right now. Let's shake it up a little bit. Here's the trivia. In real life, the Lancia Series 5 Stratus racing car only had 2 copies. 2 racing copies. That Series 5, there are only 2 copies in existence. One, of course, was painted and colored to look like Wheeljack. And the other was, of course, painted and looked like Exhaust. What happened to the vehicle that looked like Exhaust? Whatever became of that version of that car? What became of it? A, it won every race it was in. B, it is now just privately owned and part of a private collection. C, it was destroyed by a overheating engine and subsequent fire. Or D, it was repainted into slicer colors, what with the blues and blacks and reds. So A, B, C, or D. The version of that car that looked like Exhaust, did it win every race it was in? A. Is it privately owned now? B. Was it destroyed by a overheated engine that resulted in a fire? C. Or was it repainted in the slicer colors? D. Now, I'm going to go up. I'll come down and see your answers when I get here because I'm going to see where we're to. Let's see. I think it was here. Oh, it's a countdown. Okay, Blue. Yeah, that's what I wasn't understanding. I don't know. Maybe in the question you should have said 32 days until. Maybe. I don't know. It wasn't landing. I was getting confused. Yeah, give the Christmas countdown a bit of a break. Not that I don't love it. Not that I don't. I love it more than most people. You should see how obscene our house gets decorated because of me. But between our, it's not our wedding anniversary, but our anniversary of when we got together, and her birthday, and our youngest birthday, and trying to get Christmas shopping done, and everything else, and now we had a decoration come off for Halloween, and it took some paint off the wall. I don't think we have that paint, so now I got to try and find a paint card and get that mixed, and then repaint that spot. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. 32 days until International Cookie Day. I can guarantee you I have never heard of International Cookie Day, but I ain't going to argue it because I do love me some cookies. And I don't know any celebrities' birthdays, but neat, I guess. Don't combino the dino. I'm right there with you, Ash. I like that. Speaking of Target, my aunt told me all Targets are gone. All Target are gone. I don't know. I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about that. They're all gone in Canada. Hey, Maximal 10. By the way, Maximal 10 had an idea. He said, for all the people that keep belly aching and saying, are we getting an 86 Megatron? Which we're not getting. He said, what if they took the Bumblebee movie Megatron, repainted it, right? Made the silver gray, put on a little extra red, maybe even remolded the head to look very G1 and said, hey, there's your 86 Megatron. Oh, I feel like people would be so angry if this, this sort of idea, not this guy, but this sort of idea was passed off as that. I think people would be really, really angry about it. It's on December. It's on December 4th. As for Target, they're all gone at the Old North State, what? The Old North State, North Carolina. Okay. I mean, I'm never going to North Carolina, so I don't really. I'm just sad that the one that was in our province is gone. That's all. I just need one. It was like 15 minutes away. It was beautiful. I loved it. Hey, Manitoba. Mail Call Bludgeon, nice. Shadow Striker and Viacon General, interesting. The Viacon General was surprising. Just waiting to be unboxed. Enjoy all of that. Enjoy all of that. 2 Target stores shut down in my state. That's unfortunate. I'm done buying until Quake comes out. I don't need the Quake, I don't think. I'm really happy with the Titans Return one. However, I'll keep an open mind and see when the time comes. That said, I think that Quake has the most beautiful face and head sculpt of any Transformer. I love Quake's face and head sculpt, and I can't tell you why. I just adore it. I still save every dollar from your birthday, and I wait to get a ship. I'll use that cash for collecting insurance in case anything happens to your collection. Hope you got it all documented, Blue, because that's not easy to get. And the last Target in New York is gone. Okay, maybe. I don't follow it. I don't live in the States, so when they left Canada, I was done. I missed the backing, but I may get it before it goes up on the aftermarket. I still have the MMC version, which has diecast. Honestly, I was going to get the MMC version, and I was like, which one? And I couldn't decide. And I love the MMC version. I think it's tremendous. If I already had that, I would not replace it at all. Would have no reason to. So I asked my wife, and she's never led me astray. If she said yay, it's always been good. If she said nay, I'm glad that I left it. And she picked the Haslab one. And I was like, well, go with the wife. Go with the wife. So if it's no good, I'm going to blame her too. Prime might war paint damage, and I don't think 91% alcohol will clean it. Oh, yes, 91% alcohol will clean anything. Absolutely, it will. Reactivate Optimus looks fantastic in my eyes. Looks like a modernized classics. Yeah, it does look very much like a modernized classics. I love the alt mode. I think it's a great alt mode too. I agree with you, Waspinator. Find it funny they're reusing the Earthrise Matrix again. Yes, I found that a bit weird too, but you know what? Why not? It's the Matrix. It looks like the Matrix. It's easy enough. The tooling is there. Just put it in the chest and he's good to go, you know? I don't hate that. I think it's weird, but I think it's a good idea. really about to buy another Optimus Prime. Oh, I'm not. I'm not buying it. I'm at all. But I think it looks good. Yes, that comes out on my old man's birthday. Okay. Notification didn't show up. Well, you know what, Grimlock, ain't that just the way life goes? And when I say that, I mean, we all know that technology, and especially the YouTube notifications, are dicey at best. Plus it's me. So they're probably like, that guy complains. Let's not do a notification. I could believe that. Yeah, it was pretty great for her. Hey, Blue. Starscream wife, I mean, she loves music and stuff, so I'm sure she's having a ball. I won't get the Studio Series Megatron. Looks complicated. Much to my soon expectations will break soon. I don't think it looks complicated at all. I think that the legs will come out to the side and collapse up. I think the arms will be very much like the Siege arms. I think the body will be more interesting, though. I'll give you that. I think the body will contort and change more interesting. I don't know. I'm interested to see it. I really am. Here's the thing. You know what I think looks good together, honestly? That Megatron and reactivate Optimus Prime. I think that they would look really good together. Also, I'll note this. The Megatron, there was an image of it shown next to Studio Series 38 Optimus Prime. And he is bigger than that, as he should be. So I kind of like that. I'm glad they're not exactly the same size. I'm glad Megatron's a little bigger because he should be bigger. Hey, Ultra Megatronus. I kind of like the Bumblebee movie Megatron's plane mode, in spite of its kibble. I think that they're trying to do a really loose approximation of the stealth bomber mode with the plane mode, but make it Cybertronian-ish-esque, right? I think that's what they're going for. I think it's going to be a solid Megatron. Might even look good next to Reactivate Optimus. That's what I just said. What can I say? The tank mode looks like the tank from Metal Slug. Well, I don't know what Metal Slug is, so it looks like a tank. It just looks like a tank. Actually, I think the tank is its best mode. I think it's its cleanest mode. If Hasbro removed the backdrops from Studio Series Action Figures Deluxe and charged up to $6 Canadian less, would you go for it? Yeah, I don't need I get rid of all the box, put it in a brown paper bag and take $10 off. Simple as that. I don't need any packaging. I get it home. I have to go through the hassle of cutting it out of the package. And then as soon as the review is over, and I mean as soon as the review is filmed, I crush it down flat and it goes in recycling. Every box, every single one. I see no point to putting a lot of effort into packaging. I don't understand like mint in box collectors. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Why are you buying something to leave it in a box? Just don't buy it. You can look at a picture of it anytime. You can see it on the shelf when you go to the store. I don't get it. I don't get it. To each their own, but I don't get it. I honestly think without backdrop, it will make Voyager. Okay. I don't know what you're saying there, but okay. Kingdom Waspinator from Soundwave 8084. Fair enough. Hey, Hot Wheels brothers. Thanks, Dragonfly. Appreciate it, buddy. Hey, Transformers fan. I never owned the Cheetor mold until I owned the Knight. You can keep it. I had the Cheetor mold. I still have it there because I don't know why I have it there. I have the Cyberverse one, and I was hoping that was going to be better, but that one is the body's really loose on that one, so it's not that great of a Cheetor. I'm waiting for a good Cheetor, honestly. And I'm waiting for a Cheetor that, if it doesn't look like Beast Wars Cheetor, I can customize it into Beast Wars Cheetor. And I have yet to see one that I like other than the original in the 90s. I still think the original in the 90s is by far the best Cheetor they ever did. That includes, by the way, the MP, which is prone to a bunch of breakage. Speaking of Soundwave, where else can I get the Shockwave knee joint for Cyber Battalion, blah, 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 Walgreens? So that knee joint is actually on Shapeways. That's where I first saw it. That's the only place I've seen it is on Shapeways. So I would order it from Shapeways. You might have to paint it. I don't know if it's available in purple, so you might have to paint it. With that knee joint, though, that Shockwave is not bad at all. It's a pretty good Shockwave once he has that knee joint. The blue eyes and wings on Takara Waspinator are obviously a Huge draw, but I think the additional shade of green added by Takara does wonders for the mold. There is no shade of green. There is no other shade of green. I just looked at both of them. The exact same shades of green are used in the exact same places. The only reason, because I thought it was another shade of green too, the only reason that seems different, I think, is because of what they did with the thighs, and they added the green there. I don't think anything does a world of difference to the Waspinator other than the blue. I think the draw there is the Cheetor. If you feel differently, cool. But I literally just looked at my Waspinator next to that one 5 seconds before I went on the air. Like, I just looked at it then. So I don't know. I'm not sure what you're seeing, but I don't see any. Where it's light green on this one, I see light green on that one. Where it's dark green on this one, I see dark green on that one. Maybe it's a darker green or something. I don't know, but it didn't look like it to me. If it did to you, cool. Night Prowler version, which I had a small Autobot logo on his head. Yeah, I know the Night version. C, it crashed. B, C, C, B. Hold on, I gotta go up here. Where did that go? C, C, Q. I like that. Somebody had to say Q. Yeah, the answer is C. It crashed. It caught on fire. Very fitting for exhaust, don't you think? I think it's very fitting for exhaust. Let me go down here and finish this off. Oh yeah, I mean, we get holiday commercials, and like, I think down there you have the Hallmark Channel. Up here we have the W Network, and like all of their Christmas movies and stuff are started. But like, I'm not looking at any of it. It's too early. It wouldn't be too early for me, but I've become conditioned for this to be too early because of my wife. Plus, not for nothing, but it seems a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Inappropriate yet, because here in Canada, November the 11th is Remembrance Day, which is like our version of not your Memorial Day, because our May 24th weekend is kind of like your Memorial Day. I guess our Remembrance Day is sort of like your Veterans Day, right? It's a time you honor veterans and people that serve and whatnot, right? So it would feel a little classless going to something kind of somber like that and respectful like that to say, hey, I like presents and lights. I don't know. Wait till after November the 11th, maybe here in Canada. Just saying. Mariah Carey is played during the live stream. You know what? Honestly, last year I didn't hear that song once, not once. I didn't hear Last Christmas, not once. I never got whammed last year. It hasn't started yet, but we do have a thing that goes on here every year called Christmas at the Glacier. And the Glacier is basically a hockey rink where they do other things, and they set this up as like a big fair. The first song I heard was Last Christmas, and the second song I heard was Mariah Carey there. And I was like, does this count? Am I whammed? Am I out? But apparently that doesn't start till December. So it's funny that I didn't hear them at all last year, but I heard both of them already this year. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I found it so funny I didn't hear them last year. I don't collect anything other than Transformers. They're too wildly expensive. I literally would not be able to afford anything else. Like, I bought 2 Transformers, and it was $132 for 2. That's the prices in Canada. Case in point, this came out. Yes, Toys R Us, imagination included, a holiday catalog. Now, before you get all excited, the only Transformers thing in here, and I'm going to find it for you guys right now. The only Transformers thing in here, where is it? Yeah, it's on this page, is this 3-pack. And you can see it's on sale, 25% off, now only $60. That's 25% off. And I'm telling you now, that's a tremendous deal for 3 deluxes. That's an amazing deal in Canada, because we don't get your Ollies and your Ross. Anybody who says they do, they're lying, or they've went across the border, because in Canada, we don't get it. This is an amazing deal. And ain't that just a little bit sad? I am lucky that I have a by no small part, and in no small part, thanks to my parents, thanks to Razor Bear, and thanks to, I believe, Ultra Megatronus, if I'm not mistaken, I have a substantial 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joe collection. But it's very piecemeal when I add to it, because all of my collecting budget goes to Transformers. I'd love to collect more, but Hasbro has pretty much priced me out. That's where we're to. And ain't that just a bit sad? Haven't been to North Carolina for years, but had family visit. Okay, all I want for Christmas is chocolate. Yeah, I like chocolate. I don't have an accurately scaled Optimus Prime and Megatron. I have the Power of the Primes Optimus Prime, bit big, and the Siege Megatron, right off scale. Oh yeah, very off scale. Yep, yep. So some of these might be up your alley. Still have Target there. Target is still around, and they are. What are they talking? I don't know. It hasn't been in Canada since 2015, I guess. Man, that's almost 9 years that it's been gone. I'm so sad. Still miss it. Let's see. I think I got some bad info about Target being closed. Jay Holla is in New York and goes there all the time. Yeah, but I think the one that Jay, yeah, you know what? You're right. Jay goes there all the time. In fact, Jay always says that he doesn't have any Walmarts. All he has is Target, which works out really well for him. I'm in upstate New York, and Target is going nowhere. I live in Longview, and okay, so I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Weird. I don't know why YouTube would unsub someone. That's strange. Hit the button again. I got to be honest. I see a lot of people. I think sometimes there's favorites and favoritism that's definitely played. That's a lot more than just the app. Some of us really catch on, and all of a sudden it's like 100,000, or let's even go smaller, and it's like 15, 17,000, and like they've been around for like 3 and 4 years. And I like that's fine. Some of them for different reasons, get that. That's cool. But then there are others who work their tail off and just don't get the recognition. Now, in my case, I'm sure that my slow growth over the years is because I don't pull any punches and I don't play nice. I tell you what it is. I tell you how it is, and I'm not looking to. I don't know. I guess I'm not looking to win you over. I'm looking to inform you. And I guess that's a different motivation, right? And it rubs a lot of people the wrong way. If you only knew the fly, I should probably do a video of like all the complaints that I get and like make fun of it or something. I bet you that'd be funny. Nova Prime Legacy box. Okay. I heard from SM Toys found 5 sweeps at Ross. I wonder if Scourge is there. I don't know what SM Toys is, but okay. If anybody is looking for the 38 Optimus Prime, check out Temu. It'd be a KO of that, right? But if you're cool with the KO, then go for it, right? And honestly, the KO is probably even better. I would not use that site, though, I don't think. Not for nothing, but I remember seeing so many ads in Transformers groups. This one dude was there. Thanks for making my dreams come true. Part 8, Part 9. Thanks for making my dreams come true, Temu. Part 10. And it's like, dude, is your dreams a bunch of KOs? Is dream small, bro? I'm just saying. Just saying. If I'm skipping some of your comments, I apologize, guys. I don't shop at a pharmacy. Okay. I only have one Target. Are we still on that? See, we love crabby old GotBot. And I am an old crab, but you know what? I'm crabby because I love you guys and I want you to get the most out of your buying dollar. I want you to get the biggest bang for your buck. That's why I do what I do. It's all nothing but love. I would 100% watch GotBot complaints compilation. Right? I feel like there's something there. I do read mean comments. I read all the comments. We appreciate you giving. I sure try, Joe. I sure try. Okay, let's talk because what we have left now is MCM London and the unboxing. Let's talk MCM London and everything that came out of there. First things first, and I guess the Pulsecon. We'll do MCM London and Pulsecon all together. Pulsecon, of course, was on the 27th. Word is that I heard that Pulsecon was actually recorded about a month ago and only kind of released, I suppose, on the 27th. Interesting. Just a little bit of background information there of how early that stuff is probably done. MCM. We saw United Wave 1 on display. Of course, this includes animated Optimus Prime, who looks really large for a Voyager. Seeing him next to Thundertron, like I felt like the Optimus looked exponentially bigger, which is cool. I'm happy to see that. It might just be the proportions of the animated body, but honestly, he looks really bulky, really good. I like it. I like it. We also saw Tiger Hawk on display. He is such a glorious, beautiful hodgepodge. We saw also on display Studio Series Battle Trap and Rhinox. We saw the Amazon exclusive Decepticon 4-pack for the first movie with Megatron and Blackout and Starscream maybe, and I think Barricade. I think that's who's in there, if I'm not mistaken. We saw the Retro Perceptor on display. He looks really good. We saw Toxitron, all the Toxitron stuff on display. That was like the display. I don't want to say the dealer room. It was their display space. Then we get to the reveals. And I'm not necessarily going to divide this up between MCM and Pulsecon because a lot of the same sort of thing was there, right? Like we saw Magnus at Pulsecon. He was on display as part of Wave 1 at MCM London, right? So we don't need to go over that. But let's go to the big one right away. Magmatron. Yes, sir. I am not one for pre-orders now, but I immediately made sure to put my pre-order in on him. I 1 billion% want it. The original is great from what I hear. However, he always had the gorilla arms, and that bugged me. But he is wonderful. This one seems bigger. I'm hoping, though I can't really tell from the pictures we've seen yet, that the arm that has the shield, we'll call it, on it, it looks like that might be a gorilla arm again, but I'm really hoping that the wrist rotates so that we could turn that arm forward, have the shield on the side, and have a proper wrist forward. I'm really, really hoping. For Commander class, I think that it absolutely should have that. It does look like to have an articulated thumb, maybe articulated finger. So I'm really hoping. I couldn't tell if there was a cut there for that or not. Other than that, I think all three of the alt modes look great. I think the robot mode is gigantic and imposing. Like there was a picture with him holding up Lio Convoy, and it looked like Lio Convoy didn't stand a chance. Here's what's wildly interesting. We now have the leader of the Maximals from Beast Wars 2 in the main line, and the leader of the Predacons in Beast Wars Neo in the main line. But we don't have a Beast Wars 2 Galvatron in the main line or an update to Big Convoy. Honestly, either do an update to Big Convoy or somehow get me the original in my hand. I'm sure the Magmatron is going to be bigger anyway. That said, on the box, there is a horn there, I suppose you could say, an antler. I'm calling it a horn. I don't know what you call it. A lot of people are saying that looks like it might be a horn for Big Convoy. I feel like the horn is awful small. Or tusk, I guess. I feel like what was on the box was awful small. However, that being said, the attack that Magmatron seems to be doing on the character with that horn, it would match for it being Big Convoy. I'm not one to speculate, but boy, oh boy, I sure hope we get a Galvatron and a Big Convoy. That would be stupendous. I would be so happy to have all of those Beast Wars leaders, right? Because I have Optimus Primal. I have Lio Convoy. Give me a big Convoy. Done with the Maximals. Now I have Megatron, and I'm going to have Magmatron. Man, just give me a Galvatron. And I got one here that belongs to Maximal 10 that I've reviewed. He's tremendous. I love him. He's so, so good. So anyway, it is what it is. I'm very smitten. We also saw the Stranger Things crossover, the Surfer Boy Pizza Van. I watched season 1 of Stranger Things. I thought it was mediocre. It wasn't for me. I haven't watched 2, 3, or 4, so I really don't know this reference. Nice Iron Heidi looking body. We've talked about that before. If you're in for it, cool. We saw Silverbolt. He's gorgeous. I love that his back is down straight, not all stuck out for a gimmick. I love that his wings can be folded down or they can go out over his shoulders. I love that instead of a bronze colored gold, they went with a gold colored gold. Looks tremendous. I can't wait for Silverbolt. Simple as that. Yes, sir. Give me a Silverbolt. What else do we have here? Studio Series. Fall of Cybertron Starscream was shown. I have the deluxe. Actually, that's a lie. I don't anymore. My son does. Has the deluxe that, of course, was used for Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp. Great, great, great mold. Great trio. It's nice that this one is a bit bigger. I feel like the wings are way too small on the new one. I feel like they're tiny. And what's up with the gigantic cockpit? I mean, I don't hate it, but it's definitely a lot bigger than it should be. And I don't like that we have, like, his 2 accessories are fine. They're game accurate. They're the loadout he starts with, but they're not symmetrical, and that bugs me. I prefer the Gatling guns of the deluxe. I prefer the deluxe. You might prefer the gamer edition. But, to each their own. We also saw the 86 Scrap Heap. I think he's really cool. I already have a pre-order in on him as well. Him and Magmatron. That's the 2 I put a pre-order in on. Then for Studio Series, we also saw the Core Class Bumblebee Rumble. Weird looking thing. It looks a lot like the Rumble that we have for 86, except his arms just seem like his pile drivers. Like, there aren't pile driver accessories. It's just his arms. And his whole head reminded me of Bruticus's head with all the silver. And much like Ravage, he just transforms into a block thing that I assume you can put in the Soundwave chest. I would imagine. I'm not blown away by that one. Mohawk, though. Now, I love. Is he here? He's around there somewhere. I have the Dr. Wu Mohawk, but I'm very intrigued to see how the Studio Series one compares to the Dr. Wu. So I'm excited to see this one. Very excited to see this one. We also have Rise of the Beast Deluxe Scorponok. A lot more gray and purple on this one than I expected to see, especially where I have the other one that comes with Sandspare. There's a lot more green and I think brown on that one. So very, very interesting to see this different Scorponok. His tail seems to become a big flail thing. Neat, I guess. We also saw the Wheeljack. Fine character, fine mold. I wish it had a different name. And no, I don't want to call it Pablo. We saw the Triple Changer Megatron. And that's about it. I think it was a fairly successful showing. I would say Magmatron was the star of the show, followed closely by the Bumblebee Megatron. I think the Mohawk was a surprise. I think the Scorponok was a surprise. The Stranger Things thing, I'm indifferent to. The Wheeljack, I'm indifferent to. I think the Silverbolt is stupendous. And I think the biggest letdown for me, honestly, was the Starscream. I saw it, and at first I was like, that's cool. And the more I looked at it and the more I compared it to the deluxe, the more I was like, I think the deluxe is better. I think I like the deluxe better. Nice try here. And maybe I would like this one more if the wings were larger or if the cockpit, maybe if on the sides of the orange, maybe if you had some paint there or something. I don't know. But it's not bad. I don't think it's going to be a bad Starscream at all. I think it's going to be a great Starscream. I just don't think it's going to be as good as the deluxe. At least not for yours truly. Let's check in with you guys, do the unboxing, get out of here. My wife is always on Temu, but I still have the Ali. I've never used AliExpress. I've never used Temu. I don't use any of those. I've never, ever used them. I just got a Transformer Autobot throw-through, and it's falling apart. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with the KOs. You don't know, right? You don't know. Hardly Dreams, though. I would def watch that. I appreciate it. Timmy? We'll see. I'll start saving some of the I'll start saving some of them. If they do a blue and white hot rod on Temu, I'll buy it as my original character, Ice Comber. Okay. Don't ever change. Don't worry, buddy. I'm 45. I'm not going to change now. This is it. This is as good as it gets. It only goes downhill from here. Temu's ads rub me the wrong way, and I never bothered to look into it. I can remember actually making the comment one day on, I think it was to the dude that was like, "Thanks for making my dreams come true." And I was like, "Man, this got to be a bot." And I'm gonna say now, because of this bot doing this, and if it wasn't a bot, then the dude is way too excited about KOs. But it was those ads that immediately made me say, I don't even want to check out Temu. I'm not even interested in checking the site out. You've turned me off by shoving it down my throat. That's a great way to make sure that I'm not going to buy from you. Normally, I would bypass a site like that, but I said, let me see what happens with this KO, and it actually is pretty solid. I think that everyone now is looking for something to fill the void because so many things sell out so fast on Shozy, and Surtoys isn't a thing anymore, right? So I think that's why a lot of people now are looking for like the next spot to kind of settle for their KOs. These subscribers are haters. Subscribers are accepting of brutal honesty. Maybe. I know I rub a lot of people the wrong way. I don't care. I've made it this far in life. Wish you could send a pic in the chat. Yeah, me too. I've often thought that'd be great to have pictures in chat. Dennis, did you mean 10/27? It was recorded the day before because some of them were traveling to London. Yeah, I mean the 10/27. I heard that it was actually recorded about a month before, or at least some of it was recorded a month before. I don't know how much truth is to it. I don't know, but that's what I heard. Either way, it wasn't live. Def getting that reactivate Optimus Prime. That's fair. Megatron is an insta buy for me. Commander Tusk keeps winning from the looks of it. Magmatron. Yeah. I never heard of Magmatron. Watch Beast Wars Neo. You'll hear tell of him then. He is a good villain, but he's not maniacal. He's more controlled, but brutal. Think elegant like Beast Wars Megatron, but he's not as maniacal and like a rebel as Beast Wars Megatron. He is powerful within the Predacon hierarchy, and he intends to stay there and parlay that into being absolute ruler. He's very strategic. I want the Pizza Bot as a legacy movie of Ratchet. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I guess you could. I'm also not a Stranger Things fan. I only pre-ordered Scrap Heap. Yeah, the Stranger Things bot would have been good. A good pizza. What? Planet Pizza Van from the Pixar movies, like Toy Story. It would have. You're right. Code Red. That's right. Code Red is his name. Thank you. Code Red. I forgot what it was. As long as Silverbolt doesn't have GPS with those gold wings. GPS hasn't been a thing in a good almost 20 years, so he's not going to have it. It'll be fine. The new Starscream is not my taste. That's fair. Silverbolt looks beautiful. Instant buy. Absolutely. As we go down here, I know I'm skipping some stuff. I'm asking Blue this. What's Blue? The Reactivate one. I don't have any transforming Starscream, so I'll have to get this one. Okay, well, that's up to you. Hey, Jay. We were talking about you earlier, buddy, and your trips to Target. Somebody said that the last Target in New York closed. Can you shed any light on that, Jay? I got a funny feeling that ain't true. But because you're always a Target, right? Code Red like Mountain Dew? No, Code Red like that's the name of the crossover dude. But you know what? I haven't had the Mountain Dew Code Red, honestly. Picked up Frenzy and Mirage at Target. Did you pick them up at Target? I know all of that released yesterday, and I know it's out in the US and out in Canada. Some of the stuff that got released yesterday, including some of this stuff, has shown up here. Some of it hasn't, but I guess it's going to eke in. I'm kind of happy that GameStop was on point. It was the release date, and they had stuff in store. Make that happen, man. I have plenty of targets. Yeah, see? Okay. All right, let's do the unboxing and get out of here. Now, tonight is one of those cases where I'm going to show you a couple of things, but I actually have something for next week already that I'm not going to show you tonight. We'll do that next week. So, tonight, what do I have? Very first thing is actually thanks to Starscream Wife. Technically, this is a Christmas gift, but I have it now. So this is technically part of my Christmas haul. I know. I said it's too early, but I was going to give her the money back. And she was like, you know what? If you just want to count it as an early Christmas gift, you can do that. I was like, cool. And it is Antagony, which I was not necessarily going to get. But once I did, I immediately had to change the head out. I know this isn't the right body for it. And I also know that they say that you can leave this open and flip the mandibles. Leave this open and flip the mandibles down. And the chest has the detailing just like Scavenger. The problem is now the chest doesn't tab in anywhere. And it hinders like the forward movement of the arm because these are on the side and it's ugly. So I don't know, change the head, but maybe keep the chest closed so it can actually tab in. That said, the alt mode of this one terrifies me because of when I got engulfed by ants when I was 4, standing in an ant patch, and they were black. Yeah, terrifying. And I put the more terrifying head on. Gorgeous head sculpt, by the way. Don't think that jaw moves, though. It's a bummer. I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll luck out and like go to a thrift store or something, and I'll find another Inferno and be like, hey, I'm going to put that head on it. Never know. Never know. So he's the first thing I got. The second thing I got that I'll show you is boom, Ratchet. And I wasn't sure if I was going to get him, but I was like, you know what? Let's do the thing. And it's so funny. I'm looking at him here right now under the light, showing him to you. And you know what? Like, he looks pretty good. He looks all right. In the daylight, this white paint here and this white paint here has a real kind of creamy tinge to it. It is not the stark white that the plastic is. In the night, it looks great. In the daylight, it's off-putting. That said, there's work that needs to be done on this guy, just like it was with Ironhide. Again, we have a one-piece hip skirt. Can't stand it. So, yours truly, being yours truly, already last night cut that into 3 pieces, as it should be. He's also going to need his red stripe. He's also going to need these stupid looking things taken off of his shoulders and his crosses put there. And see if I can open this out. I can. Down here, just below the red stripe, there has to be another red cross put there because he's supposed to have it. People have said, I wonder if we're going to get like, dead Ratchet version like we did with Ironhide. I don't know, because a lot of people seem really angry about that Ironhide and Prowl 2-pack. I don't know if they'll bother to do it again because I don't think that one has gone over very well. That's why it went down really cheap, right? Plus, this guy already comes with the backdrop of the shuttle attack. I don't know. We'll see. Man, oh man, if he yellows, it's going to absolutely ruin him. We will see. So, Antagony, Studio Series Ratchet. That's my pickups this week. I do have something else. We'll talk about that next week. Until then, each and every one of you. By the way, I'll say this now. She's not here. Saturday is Starscream Wife's birthday. So this is going to be a birthday weekend for us. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do love each and every one of you. Don't forget, man, to hit the subscribe button, stick around, and have some fun on the channel. Especially don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single day, you guys, all of you, do make a difference. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit right here in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old-fashioned way. You know what I'm going to say right here inside the videos.